In the past 3 years, I've helped hundreds of women in relationships learn how to go from disconnection to passion with their partners. And if you've ever wondered if it's even possible to get those butterflies back or feel like you're newly dating again after years of being together, I'm here to share that you absolutely can, but it's probably not in the way that you might think. My name's Hannah, also known as the Libido Fairy, and in this video, I am going to break down my top 5 secrets to get passion back in your marriage. So let's get into it. Secret number 1 is about turning yourself on. Most women wait for their partner or life to spontaneously create arousal and desire. And then when it's not happening, they blame their partner or life or circumstances instead of realizing that turn on is completely within our control. When you know what turns you on, you can do those things and instantly reinvigorate your relationship with more desire and passion. So what you should do is make a list of all of the things that turn you on and then just do those things consistently. And if you have no idea what that is for you, I have a free quiz linked in the description box below that will tell you what turns you on and give you steps on how to do that. So secret number 2 is all about specialness. Esther Perel, relationship researcher, says that unceremoniousness is the death of desire. And at the beginning of the relationship, everything is special because it's new and it has that feeling of specialness. And you add layers of specialness on top of ordinary moments. Think doing things like candlelight, adding music, special clothes, lingerie, giving gifts, writing little notes to each other. But as you become familiar, you don't treat your relationship like it's worthy of that same specialness, probably because it requires effort. But when you let yourself become so familiar and routine and mundane with your partner, you forget that adding that effort actually creates the feelings that you're missing. The best way to think about implementing this is just asking the question to yourself, how do I make this moment a 10 out of 10? So you can turn ordinary activities like making dinner into really rich romantic memories just by turning on music and grabbing your partner and dancing with them. It's the effort that makes it special. Secret number 3 is about replacement of the rut with rituals. So in your relationship, you naturally will fall into patterns and routines with your partner, and many of those patterns end up disconnecting you. But you can also create patterns and routines intentionally to bring you together and keep passion alive. So for example, if you have a nightly TV rut or phone scrolling rut that's happened in your relationship, this is your sign right now to replace it with a nightly ritual that connects you instead. One of my favorite nightly rituals with my partner is just a conversation with 3 questions. So every single day, every night for the past 3.5 years, we ask each other, do you have anything to clear or clean up? Which is basically a question that helps us air out any grievances or resentments that we have with each other. Question 2 is asking, what are your favorite moments that happened today? To just keep us connected to what's special and important with each other. And question number 3 is about what we're grateful for. So we also have a weekly conversation that's like this, that is a little bit more expanded and includes expressing appreciation for one another and how we can show up as better partners for each other. And these kinds of rituals build such deep emotional intimacy and keep the relationship totally clear of resentments or arguments that can really build up and destroy passion. Which brings me to secret number 4. But before I keep going, if you are enjoying this video so far, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this on intimacy and relationships. Okay, now secret number 4 is another ritual, but this one is for the bedroom. So if you've gotten into a routine or a rut in sex that is as boring as 1, 2, 3, you know the moves, it's over. Like, it's time to change things up. The way that I see it, there's 2 types of sex. There's maintenance sex and sexploration. So maintenance sex is really what you need to keep the relationship feeling connected and solid. It's not that exciting, but you do it consistently to maintain that connection. But the way to keep the relationship fresh and passionate is through novelty, through trying new things, getting out of your comfort zone and into vulnerability and play, which creates that little exciting spark of passion. So here's how we do sexploration. Once a month, my partner and I set aside time, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, to just try things in sex that we have been curious about, but don't do that often in our maintenance sex. So we have a running list of all of the things that we're curious about, and when it's time for sex exploration, we just pull from that list. The key to this is not having expectations about how that sex exploration has to go. You don't have to have an orgasm. You don't have to even enjoy the thing that you're trying. It's about trying something new and the intimacy that comes from that vulnerable exploration outside of the norm of what you're usually doing. And sometimes you will find things that then you can take and add into maintenance sex. Secret number 5 is one that I learned from a couple that I really, really respect and admire. They told me that on their date nights, they separate their conversation from the secular and the sacred. And I've just loved that idea and adopted it for myself and for my students. So secular conversations have to do with bills, logistics, everyday maintenance of the relationship and life. Functional, practical, boring conversation. What happened at work today, blah, blah, blah. But if that's the only way that you and your partner communicate, you're missing something really vital to the relationship. You're missing sacred conversation, curiosity, flirtation, the kind of communication that you have at the beginning of the relationship when you're actually just getting to know one another. You can bring back passion just by asking your partner better questions and having more sacred conversation. You can ask things like, what has turned you on lately? Or, what do you wish that I noticed more about you? Or you could ask something like, what's a dream that you maybe used to have that you have let go of or forgotten? Additionally, find ways to reward, acknowledge, and compliment your partner often. Lovers speak to each other differently than roommates. If you want more passion, change the conversation. So if you implemented everything that I just talked about, it would be virtually impossible that the dynamic of your relationship wouldn't change. But I just want you to start with one thing that you learned today. Share this video with your partner and choose to rededicate yourself to creating the type of relationship that you really want to have. Yes, obviously it takes work. Welcome to the real world, but isn't your relationship worth it? You deserve so much more than the status quo, and if you want more than the status quo in sex, I made you a video that has a bunch of amazing tips on how to make sex more satisfying, and you can check it out here. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.